Hello guys, welcome back, and today I'm going to be talking about Don Cherry and him calling Carolina out as jerks for their win celebrations. Now the Canes Storm Surge celebrations have been a huge success, but Don Cherry came out yesterday and called them out as jerks for doing it. And is he right? Watch till the end to find out. Now, since the start of this NHL season, the Carolina Hurricanes have implemented the Storm Surge celebration, where after every single home win, they would go to the center of the ice, do their Nordic clap, which was the greatest part, and then after that, they would do something special, whether that is like slamming the stick on the ground like four, whether that's playing a round of baseball, whether that's playing Duck Duck Goose. It seemingly is creative every single time, and they find new ways to make it fresh, and it sparked a lot of interest for the Carolina Hurricanes and the surrounding area. And at first, it seemed like it was a pretty creative idea. There were times where they would skate into the net. There were times where they would do, again, the forward clap onto the ice. And that was pretty special. But as it kept going, and as the Canes started to win a lot of games at home, it came even more creative. And there was a lot of great moments. I mean, just last night, they won versus my Dallas Stars 3-0. And after that, they played limbo. Like, it's pretty crazy what they're doing right now. And it's a fun thing that they're doing. We don't have enough fun right now in the NHL. But the Carolina Hurricanes are definitely having it, and these Storm Surge celebrations are great for the team morale and for the fans who are jumping in seemingly every time after the games. And I think this Storm Surge celebration after every single home win has a lot to do with the Carolina Hurricanes and their improved attendance since that. Now, they didn't do it at the start of the season. I think they waited until November to actually implement this, if I remember correctly. But once they started to do it and once it started to get some traction, it seemed like every single fan was going down to the lower bowl and was joining in with the players. And with the players, I was surprised, and I'm surprised right now, how much they bought into it. I mean, when it comes to that team atmosphere, I'm going to give a lot of credit for Justin Williams, that captain of the Carolina Hurricanes team, for really embracing the fun. And without him being completely on board, I don't think a lot of those players would be on board on doing the Storm Surge every single game. But it seems like with all those Carolina Hurricanes players, they're having fun out there, they're winning games, and they're participating in the Storm Surge, which the fans is another great part about it. And in my opinion, the Carolina Hurricanes have been a ton of fun to watch this season, especially when they're in a playoff spot right now. They're getting things done, but they're also playing a brand of hockey that is fun to watch. It is exciting to watch most of the time, and especially when they're winning. They're a fast, offensive, and pretty skillful team, and especially with the Storm Surge pretty much after every single Carolina Hurricanes home win. I am looking forward to whatever they might come up next, because it's been everywhere. Again, there's been limbo. They played a round of baseball. It's just wacky what they've been doing, but it's fun, and that's the most important part. Now, back at late November last year, Burke ended up coming out and pretty much just destroying that Canes celebration. He was totally against it, saying that it was unprofessional, like a Pee-wee League kind of thing. It wasn't supposed to be in the National Hockey League. And of course, we do know Burke has some pretty old man opinions. Being a former NHL GM just in this decade is pretty crazy. But when it comes to his opinions, obviously he has that whole old-fashioned hockey style. He brings that with his opinions, and I'm really not surprised by what Burke said back then. But of course, when it came to Don Cherry yesterday, he ended up speaking a lot of information and a lot of his opinions about the Storm Surge, and let's just say they weren't really all too great. And when it came to Don Cherry's opinions on this whole matter, I was not surprised that he was against the Storm Surge, but I was surprised by the tone of his voice and how he actually perceived it. Now, when it came to his opinions, it kind of seemed like he took it personally, like the Carolina Hurricanes, like, killed his dog or something. But when it came to his actual quotes, he ended up saying this: "These guys to me are jerks. This is a joke. You don't do this in pro hockey. What are these guys, jerks or something? They're a bunch of jerks as far as I'm concerned." Now, when it came to how the Carolina Hurricanes responded to these comments, it was absolutely beautiful. Like, the best thing you could ever do. And when it came to the Carolina Hurricanes Twitter account, that's where it's coming from. But now, when you look at their Twitter accounts, when it comes to their bio, they say, "That bunch of jerks with the fun celebrations." And that is perfect. Absolutely amazing. Great play by the Carolina Hurricanes there, and a perfect comment on Don Cherry and his comments on them. When it comes to Don Cherry's opinions and what I think of the matter, personally, I'm a big fan of Don Cherry. I respect the guy. I don't agree with his hockey opinions pretty much 99% out of 100, but I do respect the guy and what he's been able to do for being as old as he is. But when it comes to this opinion on the Carolina Hurricanes and what they're doing, it's just plain wrong. I mean, I get the stance that it isn't professional, but in today's NHL, you just don't have too much of that anymore. And I feel like with the Carolina Hurricanes having these new fun storm surges, when it comes to the attendance, it has been bad for Carolina for so long. But now with the storm surge, it's creating new buzz for them and it's creating new fans, which is ultimately what the NHL wants. And I get the stance of it being, it's unprofessional, it's not in the NHL. Well, it is now, and I feel like guys like Don Cherry, Brian Burke are going to have to realize that and face the facts, because with the Carolina Hurricanes, they're introducing the fun brand of hockey. We've seen that already with the games they've played this season. They're a fun team to watch, and they're a fun team to watch on the ice as well. And with the storm surge, it's creating new buzz for them, it's creating new fans, and that's a perfect situation for Carolina, for a team that didn't have that before. And again, for the Carolina Hurricanes, they're one of the teams that have been rumored for so long to get moved. So any way you can make new fans and new hockey fans in that area is a big success, and they're doing it right now. And we've already seen the NHL go into a much more fun direction, especially in the last couple of years, where we've seen a ton more goals, a ton more players being able to express their personalities, and that's something that I think we need to see more and more of. And with the Carolina Hurricanes, they're one of the leaders in that category. They're one of the most fun teams to watch, not just on the ice, but off the ice too. And anything that they're doing right now, I am for when it comes to making more fun and creating more fans for that Hurricanes team. Because right now, even though they do have that storm surge and more fans are coming, they're still not the greatest attended team, so I feel like anything they can do to get more butts in the seats is good for them and good for the NHL. When it comes to the storm surges, again, after every single home game and after every single home win for the Carolina Hurricanes, I'm tuning in to see what they might do next. Whether it's on Twitter or whatever, I'm watching the Carolina Hurricanes to see what the next storm surge is going to look like. And that's something that for a franchise that has been rumored to move, can't get enough butts in the seats, is usually a pretty bad hockey team. That is a big success to get guys like me to watch their games personally. And again, I watch a lot of NHL games, but I would never think of watching them after the game. But the Carolina Hurricanes are keeping me interested and keeping me interested in that hockey team for what they might come up with next. And for that alone, that is a big success. But again, in my opinion, I feel like the Carolina Hurricanes should continue this type of stuff. It's great to see that they aren't listening to guys like Brian Burke and Don Cherry, because obviously they are figures of the past. When it comes to the Carolina Hurricanes, I'm glad they are taking this new direction, this fun direction, and it's really good to see that it's translating to success on the ice, and of course, with new fans coming in. But of course, with this video, I want to hear your guys' thoughts down in the comments down below. So let me know what you think about these storm surge celebrations. Are you for it? Are you against it? Let me know, and of course, let me know what you think about Don Cherry's opinions on this matter and if he's actually right. But of course, if you guys want some more Grav videos just like this one, you can click on this card right here to watch my video about Elias Pettersson and why I was so wrong about him. But that is going for today, guys. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell if you haven't already. Again, comment down below your thoughts on this matter and what Don Cherry is saying about these storm celebrations. And I'll see you guys in the next video or stream. Goodbye.